Manningham Mayoral Report. Councillor DEIRDRE Diamante. Council-led advocacy is an essential and often an urgent priority for us. It provides a voice for our community on issues that matter and ultimately drives transformation. It's an important way for us to support how we live, work and play in Manningham. By educating and influencing stakeholders, such as government, political or funding authorities, advocacy has substantial impacts on residents' everyday lives well into the future. The most successful advocacy happens when it represents our community's ideas, needs and aspirations, or in other words, when we consult, listen and act. In past editions, I have written about our advocacy to the state and federal government for important local projects around planning, transport, infrastructure and services. However, we're also working on many ongoing issues that matter to our diverse community. Post office closure. Recently, we wrote to the Federal Minister for Communications, the Honourable Annika Wells MP, about the closure of the Templestowe Heights Australia Post outlet at Macedon Square. We expressed our disappointment at its closure. We referenced Australia Post's Customer Service Charter and its obligation to provide a service that is reasonably accessible to all Australians, wherever they reside. Over the past 6 months, there's been no update from Australia Post. So we're now asking the Minister for urgent assistance to reinstate this essential service for our community. Maternal and child health. We've also written to the Honourable Lizzie Blandthorne MP, Minister for Children and Minister for Disability, about the sudden withdrawal of state funding for the maternal and child health services, group-based sleep and settling programs. We have a long-standing partnership with the Victorian Government in delivering maternal and child health services. This partnership is built on shared responsibility, trust, and a mutual commitment to supporting the well-being of Victorian families. This decision will result in a significant reduction in crucial support for families when they are at their most vulnerable. These group-based outreach and education sessions about sleep and settling for babies have given families the opportunity to learn and enabled them to feel supported when things are difficult. Because of the reduction in funding, outreach services will only be available 1 day a week instead of 3. This significantly reduces the ability of our maternal and child health service to offer flexibility, as well as seriously limiting accessibility. We have requested that the government reconsider this decision, which will have immediate negative impacts on both councils and families. It is important that communities continue to have access to the support they need. Glass recycling. You might also have noticed our ongoing advocacy on the issue of glass recycling. We've been advocating to the state government to expand the container deposit scheme to include wine and spirit bottles, rather than roll out the new mandatory glass-only curbside bin. Over the last 12 months, we've had an excellent uptake of the CDS in Manningham, with over 6.4 million containers returned. Sporting clubs, scouts and other community groups have raised thousands of dollars. By contrast, the expected implementation cost of rolling out the purple lid bins will be $4 million, with an annual ongoing cost of around $200,000 for collection. That's a considerable amount of ratepayers' money. We believe there are smarter, more cost-effective ways of addressing the glass recycling issue. As a council, we occupy a unique and significant intersection between our community and elected governments. We'll continue to advocate so that decision-makers and leaders in government act in the best interests of Manningham to ensure our residents benefit from positive shared outcomes across all sectors of community life.